Hello everyone and welcome to the Blackboard site for Nursing 301. I know most of you have probably gone through Blackboard orientation at SPS, but I just wanted to give a little more specifics about our Blackboard site in Nursing 301. So what I'm going to do is basically go down the tabs. I'm now logged into our site for this semester, and I'm going to go down the tabs and give a little explanation of the expectations for this course. So right now I'm under the announcement tab, and as you can see, we have your welcome announcement, and I'm going to go through all of these specific as we go into each tab. But it's very important that you check the announcements at least, I would say twice a week. Or 3 times a week preferably. Any announcement I make, I also send it out as an email, but we have had glitches in the past, so it's important that you check this area. Next tab is the instructor information, and here you will just find a little bit about me, and we're all going to get to know each other, but that's going to be under the discussion board. So then we have the course information, and here we have some important information. First, to start off, the syllabus is here in a Word document, and you can download it. And I think if there's anything you want to print out from this course, it is the syllabus, or at least download it so you have easy access to it. It will give you, basically most of the requirements, or all the requirements for the course, obviously, but most of the information that's on Blackboard is going to be written in the syllabus, and also including from week to week what's expected from you, and the assignments, grading policy, plagiarism policy, etc., academic integrity. So next thing is our textbook, and yes, you are required to get the textbook for this course. We have been using the same textbook, just a different edition, every semester, and we're very happy with it, and the students have given good feedback. So then we have another Word document, what to expect from your instructor, and this basically explains what I am supposed to do for you in this course. For example, if you send me an email or, on the discussion board, that I respond to you within 24 to 48 hours. This is again, important that you know what I'm here for in terms of you. By the way, the best way to reach me is via email, or on the discussion board, the area I'm going to show you. I respond very quickly to the email, so please use that any time during the day or night. Then we have academic integrity. This is extremely important for any course that you're going to take at SPS. And basically it's going to, you have to actually sign that you have read the document about academic integrity, how to avoid plagiarism, and the consequences for, any brief in the academic integrity is severe. So please take that very seriously. There is actually, if you go down, we have an area or a link from YouTube that explains quoting versus paraphrasing, for example, in APA style. And by following these particular areas of APA style, you will avoid any plagiarism. Also on that note, which I'll get to a little bit later, is that any assignment that you do is going to go through something called Safe Assign, which will pick up anything that you have directly copied and pasted into any assignment, and it's going to alert me definitely, but also you will be able to review it. So so be very aware of that. And this gives you, by the way, a link to the Nursing Student Handbook where it is clearly written out for you. Then there's a message from Dr. Riley that you can, read at your leisure time. And then finally, a reference list, all the references we're using in this course that you will find from both the lectures and the assignments. So that is your course information. The next tab is very, very important, and I hope this is going to be clear to you in terms of what I am expecting from you from week to week. So here you're going to see the weekly material, week 1 through week 15 actually. So first, when you log on, you will see that we have the overview of the expectations. So basically, it's clearly written out, the dates that, for example, discussion board is due, or the assignment is due, etc. But then you're going to go into more specifics, because this is, again, an overview. So click on the link for the week, and that will take you into the learning outcomes, and also, any links that you need, any, again, any expectations. So on the left-hand side, you'll see the table of content, sorry. Here you see the learning outcomes, which are listed here. And then if you go to the next page, you will see the lecture material for the first week. And it's in a Word document. Every lecture comes in a Word document. You can just open that or download it however you want. And then for the first week here, you have reading and web links. That's for every week, but in this case, it's Erickson's psychological stages summary chart. So it is just a link to Erickson's information. In some cases, you will have YouTube videos. In other cases, you will have important websites. Make sure that, I've checked every link. They do work. So make sure you use the resources, as needed. So back to your course information. By the way, back to weekly material. By the way, a week for us will start every Monday morning at 12:01 a.m. So that's Sunday into Monday, 12:01 a.m. And believe it or not, we're using Eastern Standard Time, because there had been issues with that in the past. And it goes until Sunday at 11:59 p.m. Unless otherwise specified. So again, take note if, something is highlighted and it's a different date, but that is our usual week. So again, here you see week by week, and, make sure you just click on the link, and you will see, again, the same format. You can also just click on the table of content, and that's going to show you, what resources you have for that week, and the expectations, obviously. Okay, so that is your weekly material, and then you have your assignment tab, which is going to give you the assignments that are expected for this course. First, again, you will see the academic integrity. So yes, we are, reviewing that in several areas, or posting that in several areas, because it is so important. And here it also explains about safe assign. Okay, so. And it specifically says here, if your match percent score is greater than 25%, it can mean a significant portion of your paper matches an article, book, website, or another student paper, etc. So, make sure you follow APA style correctly. You will then see a discussion board rubric, and we're going to go more into discussion board in a minute, but this is the discussion board rubric used for all courses at SPS in the nursing program. So make sure you download a copy of this, because when you are doing, you post things on the discussion board, you want to get the highest points possible, obviously. And I definitely go by this, so it will give you the specifics in terms of, the length of the posting, how many postings, when the postings should be done by, etc., etc. So. And then you will see the different assignments. So, for example, we have our first assignment, nutrition assignment. You will see all the expectations written right here in front of you. But in order to get the rubric, which is good to have while you're writing the assignment, you just click on the link to the assignment, and then you will see that you have the rubric right here on the top. So, my suggestion is download the rubric and have it while you're writing the assignment, just to make sure you cover all the bases, and again, get the maximum points possible. When you are getting ready to submit the assignment, then you go down, and there's an area for submission. And as you can see here, we also have the safe assign. You have to agree to submit your paper to the global reference database, meaning that it goes through safe assign. Okay, that's your plagiarism tool. So that's, we're going to, go into more assignments. You have a big group assignment, but that's not until later in the course. So, if there's anything I need to explain, again, it will be in the announcement section or somewhere on discussion board. Then we get to the discussion board area, and Before we get into the specific weeks of when different discussions are due, you will see first the first thread here is or the first forum rather is ask your instructor. This I strongly encourage you to use instead of emailing me individually. If you have a question about anything in this course, please post it here, because if you have the question, I'm sure that several of your fellow classmates have a very similar or possibly the same question. So then what will happen is that, when I answer the question that you have, everybody will see it. So please use this, and it's used a lot, especially in the beginning of the course. And I will get back to you 24 to 48 hours, in terms of this forum. These next 3 forums you're actually going to do in the next week and a half. Look at the specific dates when they're due. But getting acquainted is a really good forum, actually, because here you are required to write a little bit about yourself and also post a picture. And it's giving you, explanation of how to post a picture, etc., and how to resize it if it's too big. But that way, at least we know who we are talking to when we are on the discussion board. So it's kind of, this virtual classroom with these little tiny pictures. So when we finally get to meet each other, we know who we are. Then we have assigned guidance attestation forum, and also the academic integrity. You're required to sign both of those, the instructions are given here, so you're going to be reading them in the first week. Then you have the discussion questions, and it will give you in the first forum here specifics. Again, this is a repetitive statement from your syllabus. What the expectations are from discussion boards. So we have one specific forum that you're going to follow, and you're going to answer a specific question, and then you're going to answer to a fellow classmates as well, and read the instructions and also the rubric carefully, because you will be graded accordingly. So you'll see the specific dates, everything is listed out. Then you have Shadow Health, which we don't have any assignments in the first few weeks, but you need to sign up for Shadow Health, and also the dates are given for that. This is a virtual hospital where you're going to actually get to know Miss Tina Jones, and you're going to do different variety of health assessments with her. And I'll get more into that, as the course goes along. Most of you probably have Eportfolio, but this is something that is needed for the very, very end of the course, a reflection that is going to be written from your New York Sim experience is going to also go up on your Eportfolio site. So this is just information. If you have not developed an Eportfolio site for SPS, then you need to follow these steps. Groups you don't have to worry about now, but you're going to be divided into a group for one assignment. It's a collaborative group assignment, so you will use this tab to see what group you're in and who you're, what students you're going to be working with. And then finally, New York Sim. This is also something I will discuss later in the course. But about 2/3 into the course, we are going to be meeting at the Bellevue New York Sim Center, and we're going to use actually live individuals, they're actors, as our patients, and we're going to or you are going to do actually health assessments on them and be videotaped and evaluated. And yeah, it's an amazing experience, and I think the majority of students feel like they learned so much from this experience. So again, this is just a heads up. We're going to get give you lots more details about this as we go and get further into the course. So this was just an overview. The remainder of the tabs are more, nothing I have posted, but how to get your grades, sending an email if you have Blackboard help, and certainly the tab to Baruch Newman Library, which I'm sure you talked about in orientation. And also don't forget the APA guideline tab. We are very strict with APA style, both when it comes to the discussion board and when it comes to assignments. So please use that as needed. So that's a little overview of our Blackboard site for Nursing 301. And again, if you have any questions, go under the forum on the discussion board and ask, and I will get back to you. Have a great day.